Unboxing and assembly of my new bowtie spunding valve. E aí, gente, B.E.D por aqui. Today, I'm going to unbox my new bowtie spunding valve, put it together, assemble it, and I'm also going to do a little doctoring up of one of my kegs so that I can use it as a fermenter and dispenser while not doing any transferring after primary. Alright, so here it is. Now it's supposed to come with a tri-clamp as well as the ball lock keg, so I'm expecting to see a small, well, not really small, but a disc about this big to use for a tri-clamp system. I'm expecting a ball lock connector that you would use to connect to that. There should be 3 lengths of tube. There's going to be a pressure sensor, a little red box with a yellow handle that'll be to set the pressure, and then of course the actual connector itself. And I'm hoping there is also going to be some instructions just so I can be confident that I'm doing it correctly. Now, let's see here. Okay. Alright, so there's the tri-clamp. There's my ball lock connect. Alright, we've got the lengths of hoses. Alright, and it does look like I've got some instructions here as well. Awesome. Now let me go ahead and take everything out, lay it out, and then I'm going to start putting it together. Alright. Got a little workbench so I don't have to do this on the floor. And here's the pressure gauge. The diaphragm that allows gas out. Okay, so here's the T connector that the pressure gauge hooks on, and then the ball lock, and then the diaphragm. Alright, so we're in 2 lengths of tubes. There's supposed to be a connector on there. I'm not too pleased that I don't have a flare connection there, but I mean, that's okay. And yes, here is my pressure gauge. All right. Well, first things first, I'm not going to need this. I don't need this anymore. And I don't need this garbage. Set that off on the side here. All right, now that I've read the directions here, we're going to get the ball lock connector out of the bag. And I picked up some plumber's tape here so we get a good seal. All right, so this first connection, we just screw it in here. And then these are just compression fittings, so I just push it in and push it in, push it in, and we have a little arrow here pointing that way. That's the flow of gas. So we just push it in. All right, and now our pressure gauge. And there it goes, easy assembly. Super cool. Glad it had some instructions. And now, next step. Now for phase 2, I picked up a used dip tube for $2.50, and I want to cut it a little bit higher than the amount of tube that I usually get out of these. And this is about 175%. of the amount of trube and yeast that I usually pull out. So I'm going to pour that in. Lost a little bit there, but that doesn't really make any difference. I'm going to measure at the bottom. It's right about to my second digit. So I'm going to cut this to about I'm going to err on the side of a little bit more. Right there. And now we get a pair of pipe cutters. Get the teeth right about where that mark is. Rotate, tighten it up a little bit more, rotate. Now that we've got our nice cut, we're going to get some sandpaper and chip off all those metal edges. All right, now we're going to wash it up, and I'm going to use this as the dip tube and see if I can't pull beer out without getting a whole lot of trube and the yeast, so that I don't have to rack into a second keg. That'll save me all kinds of cleaning, all kinds of time waiting for it to condition. I'm very hopeful that this experiment is going to work. Opening of my new bow tie spunding valve. E aí, gente, B.E.D por aqui. Oh man. Opening and installing my new Opening and assembling my new bow tie spunding valve. E aí, gente, B.E.D por aqui. Today, I'm going to do an unboxing of my new bow tie spunding valve. I'm going to put it together and do another assembly of a